Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanande Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Jitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Salitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Reading from the S.Bhagavatam, Canto 4. This is in the matter of the creation of the fourth order. Chapter 17, Maharaj Ritu becomes angry at the earth. Text number 31. I think the verse on the board is text 31. I'm going to take also text number 32. Ya etad ado asjad characharam. Ya etad ado asjad characharam. Samaya yatmasraya vitik vitarkyaya. Swamaya masraya vitarkaya. Tayaiva soyam kilagoptam udyata. Tasya tayaiva soyam kilagoptam udyata. Katam numang dharma paro jigam sati. Katam numang dharma paro jigam sati. Ya etad ado asvijat characharam. Samaya masraya vitarkshaya. Tayaiva soyam kalagoptam udyata. Katam numam dharma paro jigam shati. Tayaiva soyam kilagoptam udyata. Mataji's.
Katham Dharma
Vedarado asincha chara chara samayayatmasya vikashaya tayaiva soyam kilagopamudata katham gulam dharma parojikansati. What for what meaning? Ya, one who, etat, this, adau, in the beginning of creation, Ashvijat, created, Characharam, moving and non-moving living entities, Swamayaya, by his own potency, Atma Ashrayaya, sheltered under his own protection, Abhitarchaya, inconceivable, Taya, by that same, Maya, Eva, certainly, Saha, he, Ayam, the king, Kila, certainly, Goptum, Udyata, prepared to give protection, Katam, how, Nu, then, Mam, me, Dharma Para, one who is strictly following the religious principles. Jikham Shati, desires to kill. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada K. In the beginning of creation, you created all these moving and non-moving living entities by your inconceivable energy. Through this very same energy, you are now prepared to protect the living entities. Indeed, you are the supreme protector of religious principles. Why are you so anxious to kill me, even though I am in the form of a cow? Purport. The planet Earth argues that there is no doubt that one who creates can also annihilate by his sweet will. The planet Earth questions why she should be killed when the Lord is prepared to give protection to everyone. After all, it is the earth that is the resting place for all other living entities, and it is the earth that produces grains for them. Next text. Nunang baterasya samitam janais tanmayaya turyaya kritatmabhi nalakshate yastu akarod akarayad yoneha eka paratas cha ishvara. My dear Lord, although you are one by your inconceivable potencies, you have expanded yourself in many forms. Through the agency of Brahma, you have created this universe. You are therefore directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Those who are not sufficiently experienced cannot understand your transcendental activities because these persons are covered by your illusory energy. Purport. God is one, but he expands himself in a variety of energies: the material energy, the spiritual energy, the marginal energy, and so forth. Unless one is favored and especially endowed with grace, he cannot understand how one Supreme Personality of Godhead acts through his different energies. The living entities are also the marginal energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahma is also one of these living entities, but he is especially empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although Brahma is supposed to be the nectar creator of this universe, actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead is its ultimate creator. In this verse, the word Maya is significant. Maya means energy. Lord Brahma is not the energetic, but is one of the manifestations of the Lord's marginal energy. In other words, Lord Brahma is only an instrument. Although sometimes plans appear contradictory, there is a definite plan behind all action. One who is experienced and is favored by the Lord can understand that everything is being done according to the Lord's supreme plan. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yaitat ado asraja characharam samayayat masrayaya vitarkyaya tayai vasoyam kilap guptam udyata katam numang dharma paro jigamshati nunang vate sasya samahitam janais tanmayaya duryaya kritatmabhi lakshate yastu akarod akarayod yoneka eka paratas ismara. So here, Mother Cow, or Mother Earth in the form of a cow, she also considered as mother, as we have mentioned the other day. There are 7 kinds of mothers. And she is pleading, begging from the Supreme Lord, Ritu Maharaj, who is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord, in Satyavesh avatar, that somehow or other she be forgiven, and she is glorifying the Supreme Lord in this way, understanding that also being an incarnation of the Supreme Lord, Prita Maharaj is also the creator of every living entity, moving and non-moving. So she is addressing ultimately Lord Krishna through Prita Maharaj. Yes? Correct? She's addressing the Supreme Lord, even from the very beginning. Or Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ultimately, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is none other than Lord Krishna. So the planet Earth is questioning here why she is being punished or ultimately will be killed when the Lord's duty is to protect the subjects, everyone. It seems to be contradictory. If the Lord is meant to protect every living entity, now why is she being the main target of the Lord to be punished or be killed? It's very difficult to understand. The Lord has a plan, divine plan for everyone. And we can see uh, that the divine plan of the Supreme Lord may sometimes inflict pain towards the living entities, even though the Lord's main purpose is for all of us, or His desire is for all of us to go back home, back to Godhead. So the Lord has two activities, or two functions regarding the living entities. To teach lesson due to our previous karma or karmic activities, we are due to receive the reaction accordingly, whether we have to suffer or enjoy the results. The Supreme Lord will make some arrangements in such a way that we are supposed to suffer. Now, the Supreme Lord doesn't want us to suffer. Is there any father or mother would want the child to suffer? It's not. This is not the duty. And the Supreme Lord, being the supreme controller, he can arrange things in such a way to teach us a lesson so that ultimately there'll be no recourse except that we will surrender. Because ultimately, Lord Krishna will want everyone to go back home, back to Godhead. But why is it that we are suffering? One may ask, if Krishna is a Supreme Lord, why I have to suffer? Why can't he just make me always be happy or always be enjoying? Hmm. So there is a saying also, we learn from our mistakes. Yeah. If there is no mistakes, how can we improve? How we can make some progress? So the Supreme Lord, based on the Srimad Bhagavatam and also Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are many personalities. We mentioned that earlier. Uh, they taught certain lessons, and ultimately the result is that they will surrender unto the Supreme Lord. We gave that example of Prahlad Maharaj, who's been punished uh, severely by his father, the king of demons, but his dependence on the Supreme Lord was exemplified all throughout by his dependence completely unto the Supreme Lord, then protection of the Supreme Lord also was given unto him. It's the same with Ambarish Maharaj. We gave that example, Ambarish Maharaj, because of his complete dependence on the Supreme Lord, using everything for the Supreme Lord, his senses, his body, his words, and ultimately his very self, that he was protected. The chakra protected Ambarish Maharaj from the fearsome or from the atrocity of Durvashamuni. Hmm. And then there's also Haridas Thakur, whereby he was protected also. And even he was praying for the forgiveness of those who inflicted pain unto him. He was tested and he completely, again, asked the Supreme Lord that they may be forgiven those who inflicted pain to him. 22 marketplaces. So, yes, we have to understand that here, in every action that we perform, there is a resultant reaction. In the scripture, there are three hmm, types of karma mentions. Karma means a law of nature. For everything that we do, there is a certain reaction. There is also what you call vikarma. Vikarma means actions, forbidden actions. And then there is akarma. Akarma means actions that is free from any reaction. That means Krishna conscious activities. Like every day, whatever we're doing, should be free us from karma because we're trying to do bhakti. Ultimately, bhakti supersedes karma and gyan. Mhm. So, Lord Krishna, even though we are having this minute independence to act accordingly to our own desire, we are given this free will. Hmm. But there is also a divine predestination. That means, again, due to the law of nature, for all the activities that we perform, there is a reaction. Whether it is good or bad activities, there is always going to be reaction. Prabhupada says, though, there is nothing good in this world, everything is bad. It's only our mental concoction saying that this is good and this is bad because it is material. But if all the activities that we perform, we consider it is meant for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord, then that is beyond the modes of material nature. It's neither good and neither bad. It is all good. That's why bhakti is performed in the platform of Vishuddha Sattva, pure goodness. No more reaction. So there is a relationship between free will and divine predestination. It's like here, Mother Earth, she would hold all the minerals, all the natural resources, even the food, the crops, everything, because of the cruelties and atrocities of the bad, mm, bad people, the gundas, the thugs. You may say they're really like in the mode of ignorance, because after King Vina died, then the whole planet Earth has been plundered by all of these bad elements. So she would hope, and she doesn't want to release that. And therefore, who will suffer? The citizens. And therefore, Prithu Maharaj is meant to punish her so that she will release uh, all of these natural elements that will make or help the living entities to survive. Hmm. So the supreme controller is Lord Krishna, and he has a plan. As Prabhupada says, Krishna has a plan, and we also have a plan. Our plan should be according to Lord Krishna's plan. So if somehow our plan is different from Lord Krishna's plan, then there'll be reaction. Prabhupada says we should be desireless, but it's not possible to become desireless. This is the symptom of the soul, to have a desire. Is there anyone who doesn't have a desire here? Even an ant has a desire to have sweets, desire to look for sugar, mithai. Hmm? That is the happiness of the ant. So, but we are desireless if our desire conforms with Lord Krishna's desires. That is meant by desireless. No more material desires, only spiritual desires. So, as Krishna is a supreme controller of everything, he controls over all actions. He knows past, present, and future. He knows exactly what are we going to do, but he never controls. He doesn't control us. He gives us freedom. Hare Krishna. He gives us freedom. And that freedom is for everyone to follow accordingly to their desire and karma. So each and every one of us has different desires and also different karmas. So according to our karma, we desire accordingly. Krishna is the supreme controller. Ekala Isvara Krishna, Ada Sarvabhritaya. Everyone is subordinate. And Krishna's plan is executed through the modes of material nature. This is how Krishna sets the cosmic order. This is how everything is in order. Not even the planets, they collide with each other. We have planes colliding with each other. Yeah? But no planetary systems, no planets that collide with each other. Why? Because everything is arranged. Krishna is being the controller. So there is a relationship between karma and Krishna's plan. If Krishna has a plan, why do we see suffering and injustice? So the law of karma is there. Law of karma means individual responsibility. We're all individually responsible for our own action. You cannot say, I can do anything and everything, and no one can tell me what to do, and I'm free, everything, what I will do, and I will not have any reaction. And Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 31, Text 1. Karmana daiva nitrena janto dihapupataye. By divine arrangement, a living entity receives a particular body according to their past deeds. So, yes, individually we all have different bodily features. Even twins, you may say identical twins or Siamese twins, yes? But still, they're different in character. Someone may have a twin brother or twin sister. Oh yes, we've heard twins, girl and a boy, but they're twins, and they have different karma as well. Ah, everyone is responsible. So karma determines the immediate circumstances a person faces, but Krishna's ultimate plan transcends karma. So again, Lord Krishna's desire for all of us is to go back home, back to Godhead. And it says that Krishna is more eager than us for us to go back home, back to Godhead than we do. This is his only anxiety. When are we going to realize that, yes, I don't want to stay here in this material world and let me go back home, back to Godhead? And he's very eager. This is his anxiety. Therefore, also the devotee's anxiety follows the same anxiety as Lord Krishna, especially the spiritual master. Hmm. Bhakti transcends karma. That's why karma, of all the five major topics in the Bhagavad Gita, mentions karma is not eternal. It can be stopped. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya chapter 22, text 14, Sadhu Sangha Krishna Nam Bhakti Rasa Sar, 18 say Shevili Hai Samsara Par. Association with devotees chanting Krishna's name and engaging in Bhakti Rasa, these three transcend material existence. So this is what we're doing every day after day, 7 days a week, 365 days in a year. The process that we're doing ultimately will bring us in the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this is Krishna's highest plan, to liberate the jiva from karma altogether by engaging in bhakti yoga. As we mentioned earlier, Krishna has two levels of plan. Immediate plan, arranging circumstances based on karma. So sometimes, yes, Krishna will test us. And the more we advance in Krishna consciousness, the greater the test will be. For those who are not so advanced, the test will still be there, but not so severe. Why? So that we don't have any other recourse again. This will make us determined to surrender to Lord Krishna. If we understood that Krishna is the ultimate controller and I'm responsible for my activities, then there is no reason to point out anybody if something goes wrong to us. Who? Only myself. I am the cause of my sufferings. I am the cause why I'm happy materially and also suffering in the material condition of life. Yes, that is the immediate plan of Lord Krishna. And the ultimate plan, again, is to lead the jiva back to Godhead through bhakti. So is the free will and Krishna's will contradictory? What is the answer? No. No. Krishna guides but does not force. He guides us through Paramatma, through the spiritual master, through the sages, through the sastra. But then it's up to us to follow. It's up to us to follow. We have the choice again. If we follow, then it'll be harmoniously. We will act. We will be peacefully. We'll be happy according to Krishna's arrangement. But we should choose to surrender. Otherwise, on the other hand, it'll be the cause again of our future suffering. Jiva must choose whether to surrender or not. Hare Krishna. So we should know how to follow. We should understand ultimately that I should follow Krishna's plan for me. We have to surrender according to Krishna's will. Again, An example is Prahlad Maharaj. These are always being repeatedly again and again. The um, examples in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's like Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He will always give classes or lectures on Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj because they're the best examples of how even at the tender young age they surrender unto the Supreme Lord. So yes, Krishna's plan operates beyond human logic. How can Lord Nrsimhadev appear in a pillar to save his devotee? Devotees should remain steadfast in their faith, even in adversity. We should always be, always be faithful. We should be always knowingly that Krishna will protect me. He's there always. Our faith actually should be increasing every day. If we are engaging properly in devotional service, then our faith actually should be increasing. This is the result. That's why Prabhupada has told us to follow the same formula again. Sadhana. Strong sadhana. Chant. Attentively. Follow the four regulative principles and so on. Then our faith will be steady and also will be gradually increasing day by day. Okay, let me see here. So, in conclusion, here, that there is the free will, there is an interplay between the free will and Krishna's supreme will. Yes. If Krishna has a definite plan, do we really have free will? Yes. But it operates within the framework of Krishna's supreme control. Again, we are responsible. It's like here, Mother Cow, Mother Earth. She was responsible for her action. She cannot say that, oh, I'm withholding it because there's so many bad elements trying to control me. No, her duty is to provide. It doesn't matter. The subsistence, how the people will be able to survive. She may have been inflicted pain by these bad elements, but still her duty is to provide. Jiva's free will, every soul, we are marginal. Every soul. Of course, there are two types of living entities, Nityabadha and Nityamukta, eternally liberated souls, Nityamukta, and eternally conditioned souls, the Nityabadha. So, as in the Tatastha Shakti, we have choice to be in the material platform, to be in illusion, or in Krishna's service. And Krishna's supreme will, because he's omniscient and omnipotent, he knows everything, every nook and corner of the entire material world, both material and spiritual world. This is from the first canto, first chapter, and first sloka of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Janmadi Ashayataha. Everything emanates from him. He is the source of everything. He is the cause of all causes, which means he knows. Prabhupada gave an example of an architect. the one who designed uh, a certain building. He knows each and every nook and corner, every space in that building. So Krishna is like that. He knows also all the choices of the jiva will make and integrates them into his divine plan. Again, the plan. This is how Krishna is all knowing. Accordingly to a specific jiva, he knows a specific plan how ultimately he will surrender unto him. So each and every one of us, we have all different karma, different tests that we have to pass. Does it make sense? Huh? It's like tailored for each and every one. We have different body, we have different mindset, we have different personalities again, and accordingly, ultimately, it is for our own good. And thus, Krishna's plan does not eliminate free will. It gives the soul the opportunity to choose what? Wisely. We have to choose wisely. Huh. Hmm. There are three levels of destiny: reactions to past karma, prarabdha karma. That means it's there. Some events in life are the results of past actions, such as birth, body type, family, and early circumstances. Krishna's direct intervention, bhakti, anugraha. For devotees, Krishna personally arranges events to bring them closer to him. Like Draupadi was about to be dishonored, but Krishna miraculously saved her. That is the meaning of bhakti anugraha. Hare Krishna, bhakta anugraha, Krishna's direct intervention to his devotees in the process of bhakti. And self-effort and present choices, kriyamana karma. Free will allows one to choose their reaction to circumstances. There's another one example. Bibhishan. He was born in a demonic family but chose surrender to Lord Ram instead of following his brother Ravana. So thus destiny is not fixed. Our surrender to Krishna can change our fate. Again, through bhakti. The concept of suffering in Krishna's plan. Many people ask, if Krishna is all merciful, why does he allow suffering? Again, suffering is a tool for spiritual awakening. It's for our own purification. Again, Krishna's personal mercy. That's why it says that if Krishna takes away something, actually takes away everything. Takes away especially our main attachment. Ah. When Krishna shows special mercy, he removes material attachments so that devotee turns fully to him. Again, he will take away everything. Yasham anugranami. Yes? When this is a sign of mercy, that if he takes away everything that we have, that means we don't have anything else except to surrender unto Lord Krishna. If our relatives forsake us, again, there's nobody else we can turn to except Lord Krishna. This is Krishna's personal mercy, 10th Canto, chapter 88, text 8. And the best example of this are the Pandavas. Pandavas. They lost their kingdom, but ultimately, this led them to Krishna's protection. Hmm. So, the ultimate goal of Krishna's plan is for us to attain pure love of Krishna. Is the highest perfection of life to develop love for Krishna without motivation or interruption from the Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 2, text 6. So it's applicable for everyone, not just for the devotees, even for the non devotees. Krishna's plan is the same, to bring us all back to Godhead, back to the spiritual world. So, how do we develop this? Because, again, as we mentioned earlier, our faith should be increasing day by day. If something is not, if we are applying the process in the wrong way, instead of our faith increasing, it'll be decreasing, and ultimately we will abandon the process. One may say, hey, Maharaj, how come I don't feel anything? I've been practicing Krishna consciousness for many years. Hmm. So, how to cultivate that faith that it'll be so solid? There are two types of faiths. Adosada, Tatu, Sadhu, Sangha, Tatu, Vajana, Kriya. And there is also what you call Nista. This means you're so solid. That faith is so solid, it cannot be swayed by anyone or anybody. So we should read and study regularly Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita and other Vedic literatures. This is what we're doing every day. Chant the holy name of the Lord. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us that chanting Hare Krishna strengthens our faith, but it has to be done attentively and with love and devotion, not mechanical. In the beginning, yes, mechanical, but it has to be solid. Even though we don't have taste, how can we have the taste for chanting if we don't chant? Hmm. From quantity comes quality. After the 16 rounds, our rounds is just starting. It's just the beginning. After the 16 rounds, our rounds is beginning. Because that is the minimum. It's not the maximum, it's the minimum. Associate with devotees. Hearing from advanced devotees reinforce our trust in Krishna's guidance. And the best example of this is Srila Prabhupada. He faced obstacles while spreading Krishna consciousness, but never doubted Krishna's plan. And the result, ISKCON became a worldwide spiritual movement. It's been tested right from the very beginning. Bhagavad Gita was stolen. Actually, it was exchanged for tea biscuits by his wife. That's why he gave an ultimatum to his wife, tea or me. And the wife says, tea, garam chai. So Srila Prabhupada left and he took sannyas. Second time again, the manuscripts of the Bhagavad Gita was stolen. Rather, it was stolen by the janitor or by the administrator. His typewriter was stolen. I never gave up. The result, he wrote again the purports of the Bhagavad Gita, third time. This is what we have. And ultimately, how to see Krishna's plan in difficult situations. This will happen to us. Don't think that one will become free from difficulties. either ourselves or from our loved ones. That means, let's say, the husband or the wife. And because family, they're interconnected, their sufferings is also our sufferings. Their pains is also our pain. This is what I call collective karma. Pause and reflect. Ah. Instead of reacting negatively, we should ask, how is Krishna guiding me through this situation? How can I improve the situation in such a way that I will continue on surrendering unto the Supreme Lord? Hmm. Look for the spiritual lesson. Let's say, and this happens many times, especially with our devotees. Their business fails, bankrupt. I know someone, uh, the business went downhill, but instead of lamenting, we should see it as Krishna's way of detaching them from material entanglement. But this devotee's business is booming right now. And when he gave me some donation, I says, thank you. He says, Maharaj, this is for Krishna's use, not for you. See, he knew, he understood that he used, and he will give every Radhastami outfit, Krishna Balaram Mandir. He's never ungrateful. Sometimes when we are like in good position, we forget Krishna. And when we are suffering, then we remember God and ask help from God. So even in times of troubles, joys, and sadness, we should always remember Krishna. Hmm. Good lesson, isn't it? Offer everything to Krishna. Again, I have this sticker. I don't know if I told you already. Someone gave me in US when I was there last year. This is from the Bhagavad Gita also. Hmm. Yat karosi yat nasi yat jajosi dahasani. Whatever you do, whatever austerity you do, whatever sacrifice you do it for me. Offer everything to Krishna. Accept both success and failure as Krishna's arrangement. Now, it's very difficult for a neophyte to understand this. You have the right to perform your duty, but not the results. So, yes, ultimately, we have to trust Krishna's plan, which is the highest intelligence. We don't have any other recourse. Nothing happens by chance. Nothing happens by chance. Everything has a cause. Whether it's joy or sorrow, victory or loss, everything unfolds according to Krishna's perfect design. This is how Krishna is so perfect. He could have made it like every all the time happy for us, happiness. But are we going to surrender to Krishna if it's always happiness? Yes or no? No. No, because we will not learn the lessons. We will not understand. We will not want to go back to the spiritual world. We will say, oh, what's the difference? If I'm happy here, why do I want to go back to the spiritual world? Why do I want to go to Krishna? We will not surrender. No, no, there is no surrender. So we should understand Krishna's plan is always for our ultimate good. And we should trust Krishna all the time. Okay, we stop here. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Mother Earth Ki Jai. Any question or comment? Do you have any experience of Krishna's test unto you? You want to share with us? Any of you? That will make you shaken your faith? Huh? I know some devotees, some of the members, one member of their family, the family passed away. She was heartbroken. She stopped coming to the temple. She stopped chanting. She stopped doing anything in relation to bhakti. But then we went to see her, visit her, and she was so glad that we came to see her. And now she's starting to come again, starting to chant. Uh, Devotees of the Lord gives us so much strength. It's the opposite. If we associate with non-devotees, then definitely there is no hope. But with the devotees association, there is always hope. Any question from what we discussed here? Hare Krishna 1, Hare Krishna 2, Hare Krishna 3. I'm going to count up to 10. Yes, Hare Krishna. Mhm.
Maharaj, if we have desires to please Krishna
If we have desires to please Krishna,
through all our activities
yes,
and through our life positions
throughout all of our activities and position where we are,
and our decisions in life,
yes,
but if it is not understood by others around us, from
we're not here to please anybody, only Krishna and the spiritual master. Others may say whatever they like. There's a saying, the dogs may bark, but the caravan goes on. We're not here to please anyone, but we should act in such a way that they don't criticize us because it will not be good for them. Our Guru Maharaj is like that. He acts in such a way that no one will say negative. But this is the nature of neophytes. They always want to see the bad things. Like the crows, they're always in the garbage area. So we should act, if we act accordingly, instead of them criticizing or making remarks, negative remarks, they will actually glorify you. I should be like her. I want to be like her. Those who understand our philosophy, our Siddhanta, this is how the gopis are. They don't push themselves closer, they push everyone closer to Radha and Krishna. And they always think, oh, she's a better servant than me. You go, you go, you go. A neophyte, no. He will kick everyone. Let me go first. No. Krishna sees everyone. Even if you are way, 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 way in the last of the queue, if your motivation is pure, more than the person, he sees everyone, yes. But you act in such a way naturally. Don't be proud of what you're doing. Well, Prabhupada says we should be proud. We should be proud that we are devotees. But that doesn't mean being a devotee doesn't care for others. The more you advance in Krishna consciousness, the more you would like to bring everyone who is in relation to you or whomever you meet to go back home, back to Godhead. So how is that? What is bad in that one? What is a negative thing in that one? Only those, again, neophytes and those who are envious, they will always find faults in you. Like who? Shishupal, always finding fault unto Lord Krishna, right? Krishna, he's not doing anything. He's just helping the Pandavas. Hmm? But Shishupal is finding, why is he the first one to be worshipped? Somebody else should be worshipped besides him. We don't even know whether he's, what kind of Varna does he belong to? Is he a Vaishya or is he a Kshatriya? What is he? How come you're worshiping him first? Don't mind them. You pray for them. You pray for your enemy. An enemy, when he goes to your place of residence, you should receive that enemy that you will not be considered as an enemy to him. This is a devotee. Okay? You understood?
But desires or our
Huh?
activities, if our wishes
If
fit into society's norms, if our wishes
if your wishes
don't fit into society's norms, do we have to worry about that?
our main wishes for everyone is for their own benefit. How is that gonna fit in everyone? For everyone. We always think good for everyone, regardless who they are. They may see it in a different way, but your goal is for them to get the benefit spiritually and materially. Not just spiritually, materially also. And it will not be your fault if they don't see it. Yes? Any other points or comment? No more? Okay. So it's prasadam time? Yes? We cannot be faulty at that one. They cannot find fault in that one. They in other, other places, it's like the neighbors, they don't understand what we're doing. Yeah. Early in the morning, playing cartons. Like there is a notice here. Was there a notice here?
This one.
Don't play cartels or like after 8 or something. 8 p.m. Yeah. They don't know what we're doing. Glorifying God. How can that be annoying? So we have to conform to them also. We don't want them to be inimical. Yeah. But I don't think it is being followed. I was here the other day. I was here the other day, 9 o'clock. Last Arctic, 9 o'clock, right? So there were midangas and kartals. They may not understand, so we also have to adjust to them certain way. I'll give you an example. Even devotees, like in Vrindavan, so our Guru Maharaj, he was doing Artik for Prabhupada, and at the same time, there's a class, Srimad Bhagavatam class. So the kirtan you can hear in the temple room where the Bhagavatam class is. But I thought this could be the last artik of my Guru Maharaj here in Vrindavan. So I was chanting, and then someone tapped me at the back, Maharaj, it's a Bhagavatam. They asked me to tell you to lower it down. You know what I did? I chanted louder because that's it. I will not have any more chance. And that was his last artik in Vrindavan. I don't care. They can curse me. Whoever is giving the Bhagavatam class, I did not follow. This is higher. I should have followed though. But I just no. Let me chant louder. They told me to go, lower the volume. No. But don't do this, okay? All the time. I had the reason why I did it. So we should follow also that sign for the neighbors. We don't want them to criticize us or be angry at us. Okay? Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Nitai Gaur Shitanath Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Hari Om Tat Sat. Dhanyavad. Hare Krishna. Hare Rama.